Kunal, just going by the kind of move that we've seen over the past few days, over the last 11 days, we've been confined to a very tight range. Is that the course of action for the next few weeks, your view?
I think after yesterday's price action, I would believe that we could probably be at a point where the range may be broken on the downside. So there is incremental weakness which is coming back into the market internal. So, just about on the 4th of October or the 7th of October, when the markets had hit that low of 24,700, and after I think 5 or 6 days of consecutive sell-off, at that point of time, just about some 7 stocks were trading below the long-term moving averages. Right now, we are at a point where the index has retested the 24,700 odd mark, and we have almost 10 to 11 stocks on the Nifty 50, which are now trading below its long-term moving averages, including the likes of Reliance, L&T, IndusInd Bank, etc. Many heavyweight names. So I think in that aspect, there are many large cap names which are showing signs of correction and incremental downtick, and I think that's putting pressure on the indices. So I would believe that till the time you have lot many number of stocks which could break below those critical moving averages, the weight for the index trend would be on the downside. 24,750 still remains to be a critical support. I think today the GIFT 50 is indicating a gap down of 100 odd points. If we manage to break and sustain below this 24,750 mark for a couple of days, then we could be looking at least another 300 to 500 point correction.
Okay. Nooresh, let's get in your take on the markets. What is it that you're looking at by way of downside, given the kind of price action that we witnessed yesterday, as Kunal was alluding to, and the fact that the broader markets as well have been hit?
So if we look at the structure of the index, every index is not breaking the recent swing lows. So in the initial dip, we made a low around 24,700. Today, that would break on the Nifty. But if we look at the same thing on Bank Nifty, we are still away from the lows which were made closer to that 50,000 mark, 50,200. We are at 51,200. Then you go to the Nifty small cap or the mid cap indices, they are still quite a bit away from the recent swing lows which were made in the starting of October. So we are getting into a point where the outflows coming from foreign institutional investors continue to keep the markets under pressure. So the price point we'll be watching out for is now that 24,700 gives way. We have a bunch of swing lows which happened around this 23,800, 23,900 to 24,100 mark in the month of July and August. So that becomes the most important support going forward. So overall, we may be expanding the range. Earlier, the range for the last few sessions was 24,700 to 25,250. Maybe now we get into a range of 24,000, 24,200 on the downside and 25,200 on the upside.
There comes a time when your heart calls for you to arise. Plant your feet solid into the ground. Decide your own limits. And then break right through them. Become something more. It's my time to rise.